Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, let's do a walk around and tour of this 2023 Volvo XC40 B5 Plus Bright theme. The B5 Plus is going to relate to the mild hybrid engine that this vehicle does have standard. The Plus theme, or Plus package rather, is going to be an option that comes with this vehicle and does include your front and rear parking sensors, your LED fog lights on this one. You also get your power folding rear head restraints, as well as a laminated moonroof with your power sunshade. With that being said, the Bright theme is essentially just an aesthetics package that come with all Volvo products that started from the 2023 model year, and you can get it in either this, as you can see, being the Bright theme, or you can go to the dark theme, which would give you more darkened or dark accents, as you can see on something like that. But with that being said, guys, a huge thank you to Brandon Thomas Mitsubishi, which is the part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see with the key, it's going to be a pretty unique key fob, and Volvo's been using this now for years. And as you can see, this Bright theme does have the orange finish, which looks absolutely gorgeous. You have your buttons on this side as well as on this side, and your Volvo badge right here. To the left, you're going to have your lock, unlock, and your trunk release, and your panic alarm is going to be on this side over here. Starting off here in the front of the vehicle, as you can see, you're going to have your standard Volvo grille, which looks really nice on the XC40, and as you can see, it does a really good job of giving you the right amount of chrome without making it give off too much. And when we pan out a little bit, like I mentioned, you do have those front parking sensors standard on this Plus package. You do have your Thor's Hammer LED daytime running lights with your xenon projector headlamps, followed by those fog lamps down below. Checking out your wheels and tires on this one, we're taking a look at a set of Michelin Primacy MX M4 tires on 19-inch wheels. These measure 235 50R19s all the way around. Coming over to the door, this vehicle does have a smart key access system, allowing for easy access to the exterior as well as the interior. By having the key fob in your pocket and come over to the door handle, just put your hand in here. There's a touch sensor that will unlock the door for you, and the mirrors will power out, allowing you to jump on inside. And when you're done, close it up, tap this button here. One beep will indicate locking, and the mirrors will retract back inside. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Silver Dawn Metallic with a charcoal gray leather interior. Coming over to the door panels, you can see you're going to have some hard touch plastic material on top, as well as down here. You do have some faux wood in the door panel itself, which does add a nice touch to it. You have an aluminum door handle, two-person memory seating. You're going to have your power mirror controls here, your power locks, your power windows, and your child window lock here. And you have this massive map pocket here, followed by an area in the corner over here for a small cup holder. With that being said, this vehicle does have a push-button ignition. So in order to do that, just keep the key fob in your person or within the vehicle, put your foot on the brake, and hit the button to go. Very nice. The Volvo XC40 does come standard with a fully leather-wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel with controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. Left side is going to control things for your cruise control, as well as some options over here. To the right, you have your hands-free phone, or your hands-free voice, as well as your controls for the radio, as well as other functions as well. Coming up here, we're taking a look at our information when it comes on to our driver information cluster, and includes your speedometer to your left, your tachometer to the right, and right in the middle is going to be your navigation system. It does look really nice in here, and as you can see, it does a pretty amazing job of giving you all the information that you need. Coming down below, you're going to have your trip information as far as how much you've traveled, as well as your average fuel economy, and to the right is going to show us how much gas you have left until it runs into empty. So with that being said, you do have that navigation system here, which looks really nice on the screen, and it does do a good job of giving you all that information. Now, you can change one or two things via the steering wheel to kind of make this look a little different. So when we push the button here on the steering wheel, it's going to bring up our blank screen. and push this button is going to show us our trip computer, which includes our trip manual and trip auto information, average fuel economy, miles driven, how much time was driven, and your average miles per hour, followed by your odometer reading, which this one has just a little over 14,000. Making our way over here, we're taking a look at a rather large 10.5-inch display. Doesn't look too bad in the XC40, and it is really, really nice. As you can see, we are going to go to our home page here. And this is what you'll be welcomed with when you start the vehicle up. You'll have 4 distinctive categories, and they include your Google Maps, your audio system, Apple CarPlay, as well as car status. Starting off here with your Google Maps, it's going to show us our latest information. It's going to show us our gas stations because the vehicle is running a little low on gas, but we're not driving the vehicle. And then, of course, you have your Google-based navigation system, also known as Google Maps. It's really easy to use if you've used an Android device before, or if you've used Google Maps in the past. It's pretty easy to kind of get used to. You have your icons over here, which includes your Google Assistant, settings, voice-activated system right here. That's only for your volume for that. Your compass, your zoom in and out functions here. You can search for destinations up here, and then you have your preset destinations, which includes gas stations, restaurants, grocery stores, as well as cafes. Overall, it does look really nice. And to the far right over here is going to be your profile. Coming down to our audio system, we are going to turn down the radio for copyright purposes. It's going to show us what's playing on the radio. It's going to have the information down here. You can do a seek track function here. You can save the station as a favorites, as well as you can have up to 3 different presets in this one here in particular. Coming down to Apple CarPlay, this is where you'll be able to connect your phone via your Bluetooth device and everything, which is pretty cool. And then your car status is at the bottom. This, of course, is going to allow you to check certain things of the vehicle, and as you can tell, it does look very, very nice and well detailed. You have your car status here, followed by service. So this right here is your tire pressure monitoring system, which, as you can see, is in good shape. We click on this button here. You have your oil, transmission, and everything else, as you can see on the screen. Oil level's okay. Coming down to service is going to show that it's recommended in 201 days or after 9,809 miles. So pretty nice to see. And then we come over here to our apps. So all your apps that you have in the vehicle, which includes your messages, Google Maps, YouTube, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, your phone, car status that we just went through, Google Assistant, as well as Play Store. Again, this is going to be a Android-based system. You have your owner's manual right there, which is going to allow you to consult your owner's manual throughout the screen here instead of going to the book itself. You do have your radio here, Sirius XM, as well as your driving journal right there. So overall, pretty cool stuff to see when it comes on to that. Now, one thing that I really do find cool about Volvos is that you can go to your climate control system here, and you can control everything from the screen, which is very cool. You have max AC, rear air conditioning, AC, as well as recirculation. Your clean zone is basically going to be a air purification system, which is going to filter out all the bad bacteria and all that stuff and bring in some of that nicer, cooler air that you expect to have, especially on a hot day like it is today. You do have auto air conditioning here. You can put it down to your feet as well and put it up here. So you do have your different positions, which is really cool to see. You can adjust the fan speed down here, adjust the temperatures right here, as you can see. Overall, pretty cool. And of course, you do have your heated seats as well as your heated steering wheel, and you do have heated seats for the front passenger as well. Come over to your camera system. As you can see, you do have your standard backup camera. We're not in reverse yet, so it's not going to move, but you do have your guidance markers here. Pretty cool to see. You do have your sensors here, rear view camera, and your rear auto brake right there, which is very nice. And we come over to our settings. You're going to have different things here that you can go through, and it's a comprehensive list of different menus that you can check out, which includes your driving, sound, connectivity, controls, profiles, privacy, Google, as well as your system. So again, this is a comprehensive list of things that you can go through to kind of make it your own and kind of make it to how you would feel comfortable driving the vehicle and all that stuff. So starting off with your driving settings, you're going to have things such as your different drive modes, safety assistance, which includes your lane keeping assistance, roadside information, ready to driver notification, your steering feel firm, you can turn that on or off. You do have your sound, which is going to allow you to adjust your treble and bass, as well as your compensated volume. You do have your connectivity, which is going to be for your Bluetooth system as well as Wi-Fi. You do have controls here, which is going to be for different things such as your wipers, mirrors, phone charger, locking the doors, unlocking the doors, trip information for the displays, lights, as you can see there. Very cool to see. And again, some things you can adjust and enable or disable, as you can see on the screen. Coming down here to our profiles, this is where you'll be able to put in your information on all that stuff, profile details, account information, as well as your screen lock. Coming down to privacy, that's going to be for things such as privacy settings. You can go to legal information, data sharing with Google, default apps, app permissions, show all apps and special app access. Coming down to your Google system right here, this is basically going to be for like your preferences, Google Assistants, password manager. And then last but not least is your system information, which includes your general, which is going to show us your languages, date and timing units, your Android Auto, as you can see, security updates, system details. It's going to give you your software information, updates, and all that stuff. So overall, it's a really well laid out system, and I think overall it does a really nice job. And so with that being said, guys, that's going to wrap it up here for the infotainment system portion in the Volvo XC40. Now, before we move any further, this vehicle does have an 8-speed automatic transmission. And when you put it into reverse, you do get that camera like I just showed you. And you do have guidance markers that do move as you turn the wheel, which is very nice to see. Moving on along here to the bottom, you do have some physical controls for your climate. Your seat track here, volume knob right here. You can even pause what you're listening to by just pushing this button. Hazard light right here. You do have a 12-volt outlet here, followed by a USB-C port. You have a wireless charging pad right down here. You have 2 cup holders here. You have this very nice shifter, which I believe is out of Swarovski crystal, which is real, and it does feel really nice. You do have your P here for park, reverse neutral drive, electronic parking brake here, your brake hold is right there. You have this little storage thing here, which I'll take out in just a moment, and then your glove compartment, which, as you can see, has a good amount of storage space in here. Now, you can take this out, which is pretty interesting because you can put like pieces of trash and stuff. So this kind of shows off as a trash can, because when you open it, you can put little trash crumbs and all that in here, which comes in handy. And I do think this is a good thing to have. So pretty cool that Volvo thought of this. And they've been doing this now, I think, for like the last 4, 5, 6 years since this vehicle has come out. Come over to the seats themselves. They're very nice and comfortable. I like the way that this is how this one is set up. It does look really, really good. You do have the genuine leather coming down the middle here, so no perforations really at all. However, you do have that stitching on the sides, which look really nice. You do have some pretty decent side bolsters, and you do have a good little thigh extension right here, which is very, very nice to see. Come over here to your glove box. It is dampened, and you have a good amount of storage space inside. Some more of that faux wood right here, and then your hard touch plastic on top of here. You have your frameless mirror, controls here for your overhead lights, SOS for your roadside assistance. You do have a visor here with a small mirror inside and LED light. And as we make our way over to the left side, you're just going to have this button here, which opens up your trunk. But overall, for a Volvo, this is really nice and well compact. It's really cool to see that Volvo got themselves into the space when it came out back in 2018. And the XC40 has become one of my favorite Volvos in the last couple of years. I really do like what they're doing here, especially when they made the switch, just a few years ago to this mild hybrid system. You're not really going to lose any power or anything like that, as we'll talk about under the hood. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and continue the tour of this awesome little subcompact luxury crossover. Coming into the back of the vehicle, as you can see, my seat is a little too far back for my liking, but it's not too bad. My knees are obviously resting against the seat, of course, but back here is actually pretty spacious for someone of my height. I'm 6'5", or 6'4" rather. And because of the little indentation of the sunroof, my head is not really touching the ceiling, although I am wearing a hat today. However, you do have one seat pocket here, and you have one seat pocket over here. You have your rear vents here, and then you have your private armrest right here with 2 cup holders. Overall, not a bad place to be, but again, My seat is a little too far down for my liking, but not too bad for someone of my height. Coming to the rear of the XC40, you do have LED taillights as expected. You have Volvo spelled out across. You have the XC40 badge there, followed by B5 and all-wheel drive right over here. You have those rear parking sensors as I was just talking about as well. Tap this button, and the cargo area will open up automatically. Taking a look at cargo space inside of the Volvo XC40, you have a good amount of room to start out with. You're looking at just over 20 cubic feet of space, which is pretty nice, as you can see here. And if you use the little tabs on that side and that side on the back seats, you can fold the seats down, and do fold down very flat. And so when you do that, cargo space will increase to 57.5 cubic feet overall, which is not too bad, pretty much on average for a subcompact luxury SUV. Now, as we're back here, we do have our all-weather floor mats, all-weather cargo mat, and then as we lift this portion up here, we do have a little bit more space underneath. You also do have your chrome rear bumper protector here as well. And when you're finished, tap this button here, and it will close down automatically for you. Under the hood of the Volvo XC40, we're taking a look at a 2-liter direct injection inline 4-cylinder engine mated to that mild hybrid powertrain. It produces 247 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It's going to be made to that 8-speed Geartronic automatic transmission, and this one here is all-wheel drive. Alright guys, so back in the Volvo XC40 B5 Plus bright theme, this is a really nice and unique looking car. I have to say I've enjoyed my time with this vehicle, and here's a little bit of a story here real quick. I remembered filming one of these, I think back like 6-7 months ago, and when I was filming, the vehicle just automatically shut off on me because it was out of gas and I couldn't film it. So at least I got a chance to film this one. It's a bit newer, it's a bit nicer, and overall I did enjoy my time with this model here. So with that being said, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this walk around and tour of the 2023 Volvo XC40 B5 Plus bright theme. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.